Is there a possibility to get all three, the mother load, Paul George, LeBron, and Kawhi, fitted under a cap, have enough players still left to win now? Andy, is that possible?
Well, I mean, it's possible to make the mechanics work where you get all three. You've got to find a way to get Luol Deng off your books. Like, I don't even think stretching him would be enough. You need to find a taker for Luol, which, again, requires some of these young assets that you wouldn't want to give all up to San Antonio in a potential trade. It would be more difficult to build around those three. I mean, we've seen even with Golden State with their, they've got an amazing big four, but you start getting past, Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston. There's not a whole lot there. It's the Miami Heat went through this for years. Cleveland's dealing with it now. When you have that top heavy of a roster, it's difficult to find quality 7 through 9 guys who actually really do matter. But the flip side is LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. It's a hell of a big three. I mean, you're going to be looking to take your chances against a team like Golden State with that. I mean, that is a team that is built to defend what Golden State does and do all the switching and have the athleticism and the length. They're built to take on Golden State. So you would look to take your chances with that.
Now, you also got to figure right now, Lakers clearly can't reach out to any of the players that we're talking about right now, but LeBron James sure can. He's got Paul George's number. I'm sure he can call Kawhi right now and get these ducks in a row, and then leave up the details to Magic and Pelinka to figure it out. So do you think LeBron opts out tomorrow? That's what it all comes down to? Okay.
I do think he opts out. I mean, unless he decides at the last minute that he's actually interested in forcing a trade to, say, Houston, I don't see a lot of scenarios where it makes sense for LeBron to opt out. To opt in. It seems to me that he would want to have as much flexibility as possible. He can always go back to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So I would find it very, very surprising if LeBron did not opt out and become a free agent tomorrow.
And how did you and the rest of the Lakers media team take the surprise move of Magic taking a page out of the Jim Buss lexicon and basically saying, if I don't get it done, I'm out. I should be out.
That was really surprising. I mean, it's the showmanship that you associate with Magic, even if you could argue it wasn't necessarily the smartest move. I mean, there's no real upside to putting yourself on a clock that publicly, that definitively, if you don't have to. And it makes you think that Magic either knows something, he through the back channeling and through the intel gathering, he knows something. He knows what's going to happen, and that's where you make a statement that definitive and that confidently, or you worry that he perhaps thinks he knows something, which isn't the same thing as knowing something, and he's possibly the guy who either misread the room or he's the guy at the card table who thinks that he has the nut flush and doesn't realize that he misread one of those clubs and it's actually a spade, and he just pushed all his chips in with the wrong hand. But, I mean, it's the type of confidence that, frankly, you expect from Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has done an awful lot of winning over the course of not just his career but his life. I mean, the guy has pretty much conquered anything you put in front of him other than a talk show. So it's easy to understand where Magic would say, yeah, I can put myself out there because I know I'm going to win. This is who I am.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.